are you seeking a cultured manga? Well, look no further than this series right here, Boku to Kimi Gyaru, which is a series I recently discovered, and I gotta say, it's spicy. That's all I'm gonna say. So, I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to talk about this series without having, let's say, YouTube getting very upset with me, because there is quite the bit of spicy content within this. And to kind of give a brief summary to what this series is, okay? So basically, we have our main male character that starts off, he's very average, he's having an average life, he's trying to go to school, he's working a job, he's having a very normal, average life, so to speak. That's how the manga opens up. We fast forward a few pages later, you have it to where these mafia/gangsters come up to his door, like, hey, you need to pay off your parents' debt, because obviously your parents' debt is your debt. We don't care how the money comes, you gotta give us money. That's literally what they do to him, and basically, if he does not pay, they're gonna probably make him sleep with the fishes, or sell him off to become someone's plaything, so to speak. So, basically, the start of the manga, is like, okay, so our MC is in quite the pickle, he needs to find out a way to make some money. And then you go to the next page, and you see this random girl, which is our main female character, appear, and she's like, here, I'll pay off his entire debt. She just lands money right in front of the gangsters and also gives it to the MC for he can be able to, not actually be sleeping with the fishes, so to speak. So it's like, okay, so we have this individual just coming out of nowhere being his saving grace. And it's like, wow, this is kind of wholesome to a certain degree. It's a little bit weird, someone just give up so much money, but it's just like, okay, this is nice. Well, after that, basically, she, declares to him, and I'm gonna have to censor this page, she's like, from head to toe, you're all mine. And this is where the spicy content comes into play. Because of basically her giving him money, the end of the first chapter kind of is like, yeah, she technically in her own way owns him, and it's just like, yes, okay, we're getting into that type of story. So it's just like, yeah, it went from, let's say, 1 to 100 very quickly. And let's just dive right into this. Let's just dive right into this content and what this series actually is doing. So basically, right now, it is clear as day that this is going to be kind of like a rom-com. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a harem. I don't know if it's going to be something that is going to have multiple female characters introduced or not. But it's very clear that our main female character is going to be the one that our MC gets with. Because the whole point of the series and the title of the series is like she will continue to basically romance him until they are married. That is literally the objective. Now, at the end of Chapter 2, which is a chapter that came out a few days ago, it kind of sets up a more wholesome fact with the characters. For instance, it sets up that this character, Luna, she is someone that actually wants to really have a wholesome relationship with the MC, but she's obviously not shy when it comes to doing alternative means to be able to get his eye. For instance, stuff like this, which once again I'm going to have to censor, but she literally talks about this in such just a vulgar manner. It's just like, oh my goodness, like, it is that type of series. It's something that just seems like something out of an H-plot. Like, it seems like it would be literally an H-plot. It's not. It's not an H series. And I'm just like, okay, that's the series we're kind of getting into when it comes to Boku to Kimi. Now, in terms of why she even wants to be with him and all that, from the brief little description we got of her backstory on Chapter 2, she basically says that she was watching him from afar, she was just walking, she noticed him, that he was very hardworking, he was someone that despite, his downs and lows, for instance, having to, work for his parents, pay off debts, whatever, and, doing all this, he managed to go to school or get a way to go to a really high-grade school, but also be able to just work a job. She respected it, she's inspired by it, she loves that, and so she fell in love at first sight, so to speak, when it came to her opinion of him. And so, obviously, anything can happen where maybe she might eventually not love him anymore. Maybe that series might go down that path, but I doubt it's going to go down that direction. But the point is that at this point in time, it seems her overall romantic feelings towards him is very shallow. Like, okay, When I really say shallow, I feel like it's clear that she doesn't know fully about what love is. I think that is a better way to put it, because for her to go as far as, like, doing stuff like, giving up money, to also just doing stuff like this, in the middle of the chapter, it's just like, does she know what she's doing, or is she just willing to do anything to be with the person she wants? It really just kind of makes you wonder a lot about her personality, and who she really is, and what kind of probably happened in her life for her to actually be like this, which, that's another thing to talk about. The money. Obviously, someone doesn't just carry around 50 million yen. That's not something you just carry around. That is 100%. That's not something that happens. So the fact that that is a thing, she did this, it can only mean a few things. She said that she gained this money thanks to using, her means, her special means of being able to obtain money, but obviously, besides the obvious, like, provocative stuff to think about when it comes to that end, it's like, it probably is something else. She probably just was hardworking and doing a job, an honest job, and she, got money. Or maybe she's a part of a rich family and she was just given a lot of money for an allowance or something. That's also a possibility. Whatever the case may be, it's very clear that she has a lot of money and she's able to make a lot of money, and that's why she was able to do something like this. So I doubt this is going to be the first and last time we're going to see an element of money within this series with her character. She basically bought the MC. That's literally what she did pretty much in the first chapter. So we'll see where that one's gonna go. Anyways, backing up from all of that, I do like this series. I think that it's not, let's say, as trashy as the Mother Harem series. I don't think it's that trashy. I just think that there's definitely going to be a lot of fan service to this series. There's definitely going to be a lot of, let's say, probably romantic stuff between the characters, and I'm all for that. I mean, sometimes I do like a really good cultured manga, because as much as I love reading high-quality writing, like, Chainsaw Man, to Jujutsu Kaisen, to Chojin X, all these different type of series that have just really high-quality writing, I really do enjoy myself a really good, down-to-earth, just cultured manga that's just, it knows what it is, it's doing what it is, and that's about it. I enjoy that type of stuff. And so if you're looking for something that be a little bit romantic, but also something with a little bit more of a spice to it, then give this series a shot. But I'll leave it at that. One last thing I will say, though, before I wrap up everything, as I do like the Phi line right there. Big fan. But anyways, okay, jokes aside, you all have a fantastic day or night wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.